Hi, my name is Chuck Clark. I do a YouTube channel called Trees of Conflict. And I don't know where I'm going to go today. Very impromptu today. It's January 7th. A lot has gone on in the world. Unbelievable things are going on right now in the world. And I have very little to do with any of it. My experience level is not that great. I've been around a long time. I've seen a lot of things, but I really don't know much about world affairs. I remember the Vietnam conflict and all these things, and we all had thoughts about it and protests and all that stuff, but the world is changing fast, and they used to say in the 80s, you can't beat the system. And that's true. There's truth in that. And really, a lot of times you don't want to beat the system. We have a wonderful, wonderful country and government, constitution. It's just trying to follow it is the problem. My generation kind of missed the boat a little bit. We got busy working and didn't see what was going on in our schools, so we're suffering the penalty of that. But through it all, it's God. God is the one that lifts up one and puts down another. And I was thinking about the system. There's a lot of names we could use for it, but what we found is you can work inside the system, and the system will allow you to do very well, with, whatever tax write-off, whatever, but it's trying to beat the system we can't. God and man have had, God and government, the church and government from the beginning have been at odds, and God's people have always been helping the government. Joseph, went to Pharaoh, saved the world. Daniel, I think he went through about 4 administrations, and these were Gentile, Babylon was a Gentile administration. Nebuchadnezzar was the greatest king of the world, and, he loved Daniel, Daniel interpreted the dreams. Joseph interpreted dreams. Paul sets a wonderful, wonderful example. A lot of the book of Acts, chapters 21 through 28, is really on Paul showing us how to deal with government. He's goes to Jerusalem to his people and gets in trouble, and the government basically rescues him. And the fact that he was a Roman citizen helped him tremendously, and he ends up in Rome. The end of it ends up the Jews rejected what he had, and it says that he lived 2 years on in his own house, letting whoever wanted to come and preaching the gospel for another 2 years in Rome. So he taught us how to do this. 1 Corinthians is powerfully, chapters 1 through 3 shows us the difference between us and the world, basically, the wisdom of this world. He goes on in chapter 3, outlines this, how the church is the temple, that we are the temple, the church, we are the building that he's building, and that, we do our work here, and we can do our work, and that we can get rewards, and anything else will be burned, but we going through fire, so as by fire we'll be saved ourselves. The idea is trying to get along in the system. Now, it says we're not going to escape it. We know how it ends. We read Daniel and Revelation. We know how this is all going to work out. So we want to be able to find our place in it and be able to be of maximum benefit to ourselves, to each other and ourselves, our families, our communities. We're to pray for our government. You know, we may have some serious opinions on how things go. For me, like I said, my experience, I've been around quite a while, but I don't have the insight of world affairs on the peoples of the world. I don't know. I know a few people that do, but even they, how many sides can they take? How many people can they really know the difference between who's doing what? I mean, there are people that know these things. Man is extremely smart, and there's a lot of us. So, following God, I've gone on the 5 minutes. Following God is the answer, asking God daily what he would have of us. Man, I had some scriptures I want to do, and the time ran out. But 1 Corinthians 10, 1 through 11 shows us, the journey coming out of Egypt, and describes it now. There's no temptation that has taken us that is not common to man, and that with the temptation he will make a way that we may be able to escape it. And that's what we want to do in this world, is to be able to do well in this world and escape what is surely the end of these books coming, So God bless you. I got to end it because I'm at 6 minutes and something. So God bless you, and hope to be able to talk to you soon. Take care.